Alright, new bike. So I don't know if you can see the dash. I've got the digital speedo. Looks like it's all good, because the guy I bought it off changed the changed the front and rear sprocket sizes so that it picks up quicker. It went from a 17 tooth on the front to a 16 tooth, and from a 43 I think it was on the rear to a 44, which changes the speedo readout, and of course the odometer. It eats more miles than you're actually eating. So I added what is called a speedo healer to the bike, which is a bit of a faff, but it wasn't too bad. But just getting to the connections on the frame to plug it in that were tight as hell, hidden behind the aluminium frame above the gearbox. Anyway, finally I plugged it all in. It didn't work. I had to unplug it, plug it in. I think it's just making a proper connection. Then it worked. I got it all set up. But it looks like, with the calculations, I used an calculation app that comes with for the speedo healer, Heel Tech speedo healer. I'll put it on the screen. Did the calculations, plugged it into the speedo healer, and sure enough, well, when I first got the bike, we went down to Dorset with Neil. For Neil, good old Neil, gave me a lift down there, and he followed me, and I followed him back. And like a 2-hour ride back, we passed one of those watch your speed things, and it said I was doing 31. I don't know how accurate they were, of course, but I think they probably were quite accurate. 31, and my speedo is reading about 40. So that confirmed to me that indeed the speedo was out by a fair margin. So I did it, fitted it, and as you can see, the digital says 30 and the speedo, or 31, and the speedo says 30 or 31. I mean, the digital is GPS, so it takes a second to catch up. So a lovely whirring sound of the gear driven cams on this bike. And it's done the job. It's actually, the speedo is accurate to the GPS. So I can hold it at a speed like 38, and I see the speedo says 38 or 37. I can't hold the speed exactly, but it is spot on. So the speedo healer is really good. I paid 95 from eBay, but they're a Hungary company, I found out, and I could have got it 10 quid cheaper getting from them direct. But it's a little bit difficult to traverse the website to find out exactly what you want. Anyway, I was happy to pay the 95, and it does more things than I want it to do. But also, it not only adjusts, you can put, I've downloaded the app, and you put in whether you're changing just the sprocket teeth or whether you're having a digital readout like this and then wanting to change the speed according to what this says, which would be a little bit more tricky. There's two ways of doing it. They say that's more accurate, but I don't think it would be in my case. Like I say, holding it exactly the right speed all the time is not the easiest thing in the world. Like I say, because the GPS is just like a second or two behind reality. It is accurate, but it's, so you've got to hold the same right one speed, like 40. I'm on 40. It says 39, 40. Yeah, like 40, and I'm doing 40. So that is very good. Anyway, so it does that, and it also adjusts for the factory 5% error. So you put your sprockets, original sprocket sizes, the new sprocket sizes, and the original wheel tyre size, and the tyre size you're running now. So it can adjust for all those things. And it's got more than one setting, so if you're like a racer, it can record what was the top speed on a journey and that sort of thing. And there's another little thing you can plug in. You can have a button on the handlebar somewhere and you can switch between things, but oh my god, I don't need any of that. But it's quite a very good thing, especially if you're a racer or something and you change sprockets or wheel sizes or something regularly. Like if you go green laning or enduros, but you use it on the road as well, and you're swapping between wheels with road tyres on and knobblies, you can just switch between settings, so that it's probably the difference isn't that great between tyres, but will be something. Anyway, does lots of things, but I only wanted it for the speed, so I used the app calculator. It told me what numbers to put in to the thing, set it, so I did, and this is my first trip out trying it, so I know on the way home that it was out like 8 miles an hour, between 8 and 10 miles an hour I think, and now it's spot on. So that was, I think that's well worth it, just so that I know. I mean, you can always think, okay, I just got to remember I'm doing 10 miles an hour less than the speedo says, but that's just annoying to me. And you could still make a mistake if you're confused or not quite with it one day. But now, I don't need to worry, I'll just look at the speedo. Yep, that is the speed I'm doing. Don't need to calculate it. Like when you suddenly see a speed camera and you're not really sure, shit, and you think, what speed am I doing? And you know, you might get confused all of a sudden. So I think it's well worth doing. And once it's fitted, it sits under the seats. I'll put a picture up, small. You just run the wires sort of around through the bike, the frame, have it under the seat with plenty of space for it, because it's only little anyway. And yeah, it's very quick, I have to say. This thing moves pretty sharply. Yeah, so that's why I've got the digital dash going on. That's really nice actually. I could replace the dash with a digital one like that. It'd be quite nice, easy to read. But I do like having round clocks, just aesthetically. I do appreciate also the digital bit. I don't like the fact it's got the temperature in Fahrenheit and not centigrade, because Celsius, it's centigrade, because I really know centigrade, being in the UK and not really. Well, we cruise quite happily at 75 to 80. Opens up quite nicely. Well, hopefully it didn't get caught by a speed camera there. I think there's a van that's blocking the view. There was absolutely loads of those guys. Wonder who they are, wonder where they're going. What day is it? Sunday. Box Hill? So, we are out on a ride. Neil's on the XL. Other VF. Where did he go? Fuck. Neil's gone. In the XL. Nothing stopping him. Look at him. Now I'm confident of what speeds we're doing. Just my speedo is calibrated. Don't know if you can hear me. This helmet is always windy. Maybe it's the flip up front helmets are windy, I don't know. Well, he certainly shot off, so it certainly seemed to be going well then. I think he's enjoying that. I can tell by the way he's riding, he's enjoying nipping round the roads. This is perfect sort of roads for the 175. Roads like this and a little bit of easy off-road. That's what is ideal for that bike. Maybe he's not happy. Is it not quite right?
I wouldn't trust you to go too far, I don't think.
Yeah. Is it just missing?
Bit spluttery a little bit. Not too bad. It was okay to begin with.
Yeah. Maybe you have to make sure that.
I'll get a quick drink in here and head back to see what it's.
Yeah.
Well, you can ride it back or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll ride it back.
It's alright, it's fun to use, but
Yeah. I have to check the mixture and the tick over. See one of those two things is out a bit. We'll check the plug first. We'll take the plug.
when we get back, we'll whip the spark plug.
Yeah, whip spark plug out. See what it's doing.
If it looks nice, then all good.
Oh, this is going fine. That's just really sweet. At the moment, this bike is running, the XL's running lovely. Oh no, bit stuttery there.